So we were going through this last Wednesday movement. You already understand, keep it pretty. The number one thing I'm looking for is the gap between, especially those when we rotate. And another thing that less of the slash and stab, because the slash and stab to me is a little bit more of a beginner, because you see that, and more of the Florette. And also because even if you push it out, you can come back really easy and you can repeat it with a slash and stab. You could continue with a slash and stab, but it's now a Florette, because you can go slash, stab, Florette, and keep going kind of thing. But the slash and stab is more of a telegraph, so to me that's a bait. So if I go slash and stab and you cut that, and it's coming over, so the Florette is more of a hidden kind of thing. If I know I can do those slash and stabs or Florettes if I see someone turn their hand around. Because if I go for a stab here and your hand's back to front, that shoulder should just drop backwards. That's the back of your arm, the back of your arm. At any point I see that that's your hand there, I know that you've pushed and you haven't rotated, and I go, oh, and I can just go around. So that's the number one sign I've been looking for in the class at the moment. So that'll give you openings for stabs. So it's a lot of that fencing Florette stuff. But if at any point you see someone go, oh, and it's a flinch, they got surprised, we should be trying to train our flinch to just rotate and keep that tight and almost drop their head back off the side like that. But if you see someone turn and do that, you now know that that's the option. So look for those a little bit. Otherwise, it's so much of trying to keep the heels a little bit off and all that home. Yeah, exactly. And the Dorello pivots that we're doing there. So once again, it'd be stepping out here, there's that pivot, and then I'm doing the pokos, you step past and pivot and do the pokos. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Probably don't need to discuss much else. You did pretty well with the machete there. Sorry, one second. Bugs and grass. Alrighty. Spines is almost the back of your arm instead of there, exactly. Oh, that was close. I know, I was like, felt like I hit like a thread.
Guys, we've got to go right now because we've got to walk home and it's going to rain and no one's going to be happy. Come on. Alright, it's raining, okay? We've got 2 seconds, otherwise you're going to get stuck in the rain.
Let's go around. Are you guys fighting?
Yeah, we're doing the blaze.
Come on, quick, come on.
Why do you have skeleton maskers on?
Because he likes Nightmare Before Christmas.
Okay guys, it's raining and it's going to start raining when we walk home.
Good to see you girls, have a good one.
Come on, it's going to rain and I'm going to get wet.
We'll just stand around a little. Keep going. Sometimes it just passes over. Yeah. bit more twisty on the shoulders. That's what will stop my stabs.
Yeah.
Because you're covered for all my angled stuff, and if I hunt your hand, you actually have to counter. So I can't really go for the hand because you're good enough to either counter it and cut me, or come over and like do something like that. Your head's pretty well protected from like slashes. You're getting the angles and the spines like lined up. It's only the stabs, and occasionally on like one of the steps, realizing that your shoulders starting to creep forward. Okay. And I can go, oh, this side, yeah. So if you just get a little bit more, little twisty, like you don't have to do full, like tiny little twitchy ones, that'll throw off my stubs, and then you almost have a full defense. Yeah. It's such a small thing, but other than that, there's not much like opening to it. Yeah. Then it's selectively opening some stuff, like that. And as you go through, just think about which side you're gonna roll through. Because they're gonna see a green line now, and then you're gonna go bang, I've got this. Yeah. Top finger on that. There we go. That's that. What I was saying, if I just shuffle and don't do it, you'll flinch. Or something will happen. That's what happened then. If I shuffle and actually threw an attack, you probably actually would have dodged and countered with something built in. But it's the fact that so you just go and don't, and you're so ready for defense, and then they just like, it's such. I hate it. It's hard to time. Sometimes you do just run into something. You're like, oh shit! I literally just jumped in and forced it. The hardest part is just don't throw, and as you jump forward, tighten and roll.
Yeah, let's get ready.
Yeah. You're not making any flinching mistakes with the forearm. Yeah, see, I almost threw then, but I knew what you're doing because I was like, oh shit. My instinct, that was, you just gave me a fake green light then, and that would get, if we hadn't just talked about it, that would have got me.
Yeah.
Because you jumped forward then, and as you jumped forward and done that, I went to just go straight like this. I had to physically stop myself because I've realized you're going, you're not throwing. Shit, that's exactly what we just did. Like, yeah, that's exactly it, man. Hell yeah. That literally made me go like almost like throw like that. It made me go launch, and I loaded it, and then I was like, no. Yeah. That's perfect range. You weren't too close that I could just nail you, and you looked like you could swing. Your weight was good. Hell yeah. That's the kind of stuff that's making you, that'll help against like John, me, Hunter, Cade, like all those higher ranks that have the measurement and timing down. Be a little bit more careful if it's against Alex, sometimes Cade and Jason, because the way that they are, like Alex jumps, Jason will move, but he has these push cuts, and Cade's lefty, so he's going like boxing jump, because they move forward so heavily. Sometimes you'll move in, and they're gonna power through some stuff.
Yeah.
So with those guys, I maintain the Largo a bit more, play a little bit more of the cover up, and when they come in, then I block and counter. I really let them lead it a lot more. Yeah. I know they're going to come forward, so I don't need to do the forward movement bait, because I know within 5 to 10 seconds they're going to do it for me. Yeah. But you deal with those forward moving people fine because you like the Largo stuff.
Yeah.
So it's more the counter fighters that you don't.
not don't like, but they're the ones that are harder
Yeah.
for your style anyway. Which is very similar to my style. That makes sense as your instructor. Oh, that was good. That was a bait in itself.
Get the right idea. Ooh. It's so uncomfortable, this range. Oh, that was good shots. Oh, just caught you on the sway like you did at the beginning with me. You're looking more comfortable in it though.
Yeah,
At the beginning, if I came here, you were just running out to Largo. You now see the benefit.
I'm trying to just force myself to stay in that pocket a bit more.
That's it. It's uncomfortable, and I wouldn't usually hang there. Most people, I'm gonna go here, just point back and go bang and cut.
Yeah.
But it's for a purpose.
Yeah,
Yeah.
training.
That's it. It's almost like a drill to progress,
Yeah.
and it's now like a backup. So if you realize all of a sudden, because John kept being like, "When do I use it?" And he's like, "And who?" And I'm like, he's like, "I'll try." He's like, "Even against Ray," he's like, "I'll come in," and he'll just go sniper, bang. And he's like, "Oh, I thought we were gonna do the mid stuff." Like, you're still gonna build up to that point. But it's when you realize like, I hope you never get in a situation where you're in an action knife fight. You're probably both in a lot of trouble. But it's when you realize it is nicking, and it's not like, it's like the outside forearm. It's not like arteries or tendons, but you're just getting bled. Like, sorry, little face wound, little cut, and you're going, this is tedious, but it's starting to slow down. I don't want to bleed out like this. It's when you recognize, shit, you've actually got a bit of skill, and you're not dumb enough to just fall for my bait and rush in. And you're going, oh crap. That's why I actually start talking to them a bit and be like, hey, like, yeah, exactly, because we probably know each other kind of thing. But then you're gonna go, all right, we need to finish this, otherwise we're both gonna bleed out tonight. And that's where I like almost what happened with Adesanya, and also what happened with Sean O'Malley and stuff. Like, they took risks. So it's going, all right, we're both at a high level. Whoever takes the bigger risk, high reward kind of thing. It's just, but whoever implements the risk has more of an advantage. So like, we both could be good in this area, but if you're not expecting it, and I just shuffle in, and you lash out of instinct, then all of a sudden, because even though we're both good at it, because I initiated, I have a slight advantage. That's how I see it. So even against someone better, like Ray's obviously better, he's the number one in Australia, if not the world. But that's the only time I have is an element of surprise and the startling, and it's only going to last for like a beat or two. And even then, sometimes he's read my movement or I've telegraphed it, so it's not as startling, and I get startled. I'm halfway in, and I see he has not moved, or I go, oh no, like, yeah, that's what John said the other day. He's like, we're floating. He's like, we're floating back, floating back. He's like, I came forward and you didn't float, and you're just there. And he's going, oh, I'm dead. Yeah, and I was like, yeah. Just gonna check the phone for me. It's feeling good, man. Oh, yeah. That's it. Super uncomfortable. Sorry. Yeah, make sure sometimes pull the foot back, don't just sway. So you've shuffled in here, get ready to come back out, or even start that, because if you push forward, I can continue to derail it. So yeah. Actually, yeah, even if you sway, get used to this even a little bit, because as you sway, if you see me step, yeah, exactly, you can continue. Yeah. Nice. Did I get you? I think it was your hand, wasn't it? No, hey, that's good, because I was going for your neck. So I'm like, that got that, blocked your neck, so that was perfect. Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. In the eyes. Nice. You're getting good with it, man. Putting a lot of pressure on me is good.
Yeah, I'm trying to...
Maybe occasionally disconnect more.
Yeah.
Because you'll catch me stepping. Because some of the better ones you got on me in the machete and the knife earlier, you got me like here and you've gone back a bit. Yeah. And it's made me sway back in. You've timed the sway. Yeah. Or you've seen me start to step. Yeah. And you've kind of timed that. Yeah. Nice. But honestly, like, measurement timing good. Yeah. Especially because you're doing that mid-range and that's a bitch. Yeah. There's something else I'm looking for is if off one of the entries off the stab. So if off any of these you realise that this goes, and if it's that deep, I don't bother as much, and I'm looking for the spines. So I'll still move around this, but then I might go spine, step, or same thing on the other side. Here, spine, step. It's also good if you do like a Florete. So I go here, that's say, because I maybe move my neck into that side, and that saves me. And even if you come back, I can do that again and come back. So it's like you got double defense. One's a block, one's that coming around. But as they're coming forward, if I realise that it's just the knife beat, that's letting me realise Florete and step. But if it still feels like a fall, I shouldn't say step, it's like Florete and fall. But if I realise it's fast and it's actually like more forearmy, so you do the same thing and it's here, I actually step and come forward. And now I'm so deep on that tricep, you can't do anything. The problem is that everyone else does that, does the stab, and if they come back with like their own stab, this loops, and the counter is its own move, but it's whoever does it with the feet. So that's what I'm saying, the fall thing and that lean is so important. If you have the lean, you've already covered a lot of it. So if I have that, and it also makes them want to go through the head, because they realize your side movement's not as good, so you get in this narrow little alley. So as long as you're doing little popos, the second I realize that's past my forearm, I fall. Now I'm just here, get that, tendons, bang, bang, bang. Yeah, exactly. Try practice one for a sec. So almost don't even think about this. Almost have it just down, and just see how much this, and then fall with your left foot, and just see how close you can get to like my armpit or tricep just by stepping in and down. Yeah, exactly. See, when you're here, I'm so fucked. Even if I try to bring this back, I might catch him here, exactly. And even once you've got, I'll do like one or two, turn that forearm around, drag it through my tendons and arteries, clamp, and then you can either go through that and cut it. You can also hook and support. And like, yeah, exactly. Like you can go into that Casada series, Repellion, binding, all that stuff that we did at the beginning, like when we mixed into some of the curl system from the Ilustrisimo. That's where all that falls through. Yeah. And after that, that's where like, so same, do a stab at this again. So say I'm on this side, I fall in, I get that stub, I'd also feed down, get that, come around to the same kind of thing. If I wanted to, so if I was here like this, I could as well go here, grab, and go to Strella. You can go through the same thing. Some people I know on the way in prefer to like do it the whole way and go straight into a like reverse Puma. But it's just more personal preference. Yeah, exactly. I actually like having it low, because I find that whenever I come in off the dodge, I don't have it enough on the inside, and hit your hook with that hand underneath and like flaps off, and then we get into this mirror, and then it's whoever can do it with the feet. So even though I maybe had the advantage on the inside here, I might get that a tiny bit on the outside, and then all of a sudden I get cut there and go, I just lost my advantage, and it's because I extended with my arm again. So I like having it low, because it's out of the line of sight. You don't really see it down there. And all they really see is you fall towards them. You're going, oh shit, and then now everything's rough. Yeah, it's such a heavy one. That's the more natural side, I find. The other one's even faster sometimes, but you have more opportunity to counter. And if I end up on this side here, because as I fall, the thing is, once again, if I do it with my arm, it mirrors it. So ideally, I fall, I have this almost on my ribs, and just fall in. And half the time people push it, and they push it into their armpit or into their own arm here. So like, yeah. Whatever side I have to the front, I'm focusing on more. So if I have my right foot forward, it's easy for me to swing my left leg back and fall that way. So I really have to focus on my right shoulder, because that's the unnatural side. On the flip, if my left side's forward, which protects my hand, I see that as more defensive stance. The right foot's equal now that side is, yeah. So whatever side is forward, I really have to focus on keeping that back. And if I realise I'm too diagonal, I'm really kind of open on that side. So trying to be more square, so I'm a bit more ambidextrous with my movement. Yeah, still very light on the feet, toes, heels, all that jazz. But yeah, everything you're doing is setting that up now. So you're in the right range, and you're even shuffling and baiting and getting ready for that. And a lot of my counter shots are up the middle like that. So if you even get just a slight flip and just step in, I'm completely screwed. So yeah, look for those. Don't try to force it, because if I see you go for it, so if I go here and I see you shuffle, I will go back to Largo, because I think that then sets me up for like, I've done moving forward is Largo counters. So so it all gets back into a loop. So it has to be a mix of everything. So look for it maybe like less than 10% of the time. But if you realise that we both keep coming forward and we're both kind of hanging in that mid-range, I start to think a bit more about that. Yeah. Just don't get so focused on the entry that you get sucked into the counters. Yeah. This is good. This is very similar stuff that I've been working on with like John. So you've caught up to us a lot. Considering I've done like weapons for like 16, 17 years, John for 11, you're like what, 4 or 5? Yeah, like doing really well, man. Got my left palm somehow. It's good baiting though. Fuck, that was close to my armpit. Yeah. So man, back up in a sec. Like, you kind of copped it on the forearm a bit then, it wasn't too bad. Yeah, we may only have a minute or two left. Your hand cops it.
Yeah, you got it right there.
So yeah, so John, the amount of times I've gotten John in the fucking forearm and it would have been hard all like there. He's like, oh, you hit me in my arm. I'm like, yeah, but it would have been your neck or your heart. Like, the accidental defense. Not accidental because you're doing it on purpose, passive.
Yeah.
Passive defense.
That light behind, fuck.
Is that under your arm?
No, it's like,
Okay. Yeah, I was trying to get them there, but it felt like I hit your arm, but yeah. Well, actually, the range has calmed down. We might be alright. I had a pretty good run this winter, to be honest. Yeah. We'll go off the next shot. Lost my fingertips. Cheers, mate. That was good. Legend. Alright, let's toss out this rain, and if not, we'll do some dos manos.